I've been called some things on the internet before, but I've never had anybody call me a liar. I was in the process of editing the very first video on this channel where I talked about my viral TikTok video. And in the grand scheme of things, 1 million isn't that viral, but it was viral for me. And originally I had a section where I was just reflecting on some of the negativity that came with it. It was a bit of a mood killer, to be honest. I had to cut it out. But I was still pretty attached to the footage because I think that talking about the impact of a lot of people seeing your video is important. So first off, I just want to share those deleted scenes and we are going to come back and talk about them after. Yeah, and just a lesson from having a video go viral, it is very, very weird to have a piece of content explode and reach people outside of your existing community. I have had a couple troll comments here and there over the years, but I have been pretty sheltered because my community has grown very slowly. I have built up a lot of rapport and trust with my community, so I've never had to feel like I had to prove anything or justify myself. But now there's a lot of new people who have seen my content. It makes total sense that they might be a bit skeptic, but I am learning that I'm going to really have to toughen up my skin because, like I said, I've been called things on the internet before, but I've never had anybody call me a liar. And that's bothering me a lot more than I thought it would. And my instinct reaction is to dig into all the proof I have because I know I'm not lying. The PR companies and brands that follow me and I worked with know I'm not lying. But then I kind of realized that no matter what type of proof, unless they're sitting with me at the bank or sitting with me reviewing a contract, if somebody already doesn't believe something, you're not going to be able to convince them. So I'm not here to try to prove anything to anybody. I am just here to hopefully share tips and encourage and motivate other people to create content and monetize their content if that's something that they wish to do. So I don't know if you get why I cut that out, but it was just how I was handling the aftermath of that video blowing up because it was literally Christmas Day and I had opened my phone to notifications of people arguing in the comments about whether or not I was telling the truth. And that was just very new for me. This may be an unpopular opinion, but as a content creator, I never had a desire to go viral. Did I want to grow? Absolutely. But it was always this intention to grow within my community and my target audience. But when something gains traction really quickly, you don't have control of it and it is likely going to reach people that are not your target audience. There are two types of negativity out there, I think. There's just the really childish, mean comments that could have been written by a 13-year-old. And I think this is the perfect example. So I made a little video called Mistakes I Made as a Content Creator. And this person responded, "Being born should be one of them, 'cause damn you flat and why you still wearing a bra." Comments like that don't bother me. They're the ones I take the pictures of and want to frame because they're hilarious and you want to be like, that's all you could come up with? Same thing, I've had a sponsored post, 2 sponsored posts actually, where I was wearing a mask end up on anti-mask Facebook where I received hundreds of messages I can't really repeat them, but the nicer ones were calling me a sheep. And I find a lot of those types of comments, people are often, not always, hiding behind a blank profile picture or a cartoon profile picture. There's no identifying information attached to them. It's just easy for them to be a troll. But then there's the other type of negativity, and I don't know how exactly I describe it, but people maybe attacking your character. Somebody just feels absolutely intent on bringing you down or calling you out for something, and that person's not hiding behind a mystery name. This type of negativity feels more personal. It's when someone makes an incorrect assumption about you and is determined to convince others of their belief. It also feels different because it often seems to come from inside the community, from people who might share your same niche, industry, culture, or identity even. And I know it is easier said than done, but what I'm really trying to do is focus on the positive because I was flooded with so many kind, lovely messages that actually had me crying. It's so easy to have the one negative comment just completely take away from all of the good. So I'm trying to just be so intentional with appreciating every kind comment, responding to as many of those kind comments that I can, and just shifting the focus in my brain to the good. Another thing that I have been really trying to practice is graciousness, because nobody owes me anything. Nobody owes me a like, a comment, a view. They don't owe me positivity, kindness, and they also definitely don't owe me their trust. So if I do decide to engage with somebody, answering a question, for example, even if that question's a little snarky, I will stop and make sure that I am gracious in my reply. I'm not trying to clap back. I'm not trying to insult them. I'm just gonna lead with kindness and graciousness and hopefully let the way I'm communicating speak for itself. My brother actually said something and he's like, let your people fight for you. And that is something that I've seen. I've never once asked anybody to go into the comments and argue with anybody because, first of all, witnessing the arguing back and forth gives me anxiety. But at the same time, I don't have to defend myself because there are people in my comments defending me. People that I don't even know, people that I've never spoken to, are there picking apart these people's arguments. So kudos to my brother on that one. Like, let the community you've built do the work for you. And the last thing with dealing with negativity, it is so cliche, but the best thing you can do is just ignore. And it's hard to make your brain actually ignore, but at the very least, you can not engage them and just really protect your peace. So I'm working on that one. And the next thing I'm working on is learning to utilize the block button. I've not actually ever blocked anybody. Like, I feel like they'll say, oh yeah, I was right and she couldn't handle it, so she blocked me. And I can't handle them feeling the validation of having gotten one up on me. But I am really learning to change my mindset on blocking and know that it has nothing to do with the other person. It is about protecting my peace. If seeing the comments gives me anxiety, blocking them is a win for me. I would love to hear anybody's advice on dealing with negativity. It opens up this whole other conversation to like fame and virality and like, why do we chase that? I'm really happy with growing slowly but surely, and I'm kind of hoping that continues for 2022. If you want more of the behind the scenes of being a content creator, blogger, influencer, definitely subscribe, turn on notifications. All the videos won't be like this unless you like that. If you like it, let me know. We can do more like chatty style videos. I do have a lot more practical content creation tips in the works. We're going to be talking Pinterest, we're talking making money, we're talking blogging. I'm really, really excited about this channel, and you know what? The reality is that that viral video is what finally pushed me to make this channel, which is something I've actually been wanting to do for months and months and months now. So everything works out in the end. Until next time. This person online who can't spell comments that I'm flat chested. I'm like, yeah, well, I am. Like, what?